In this video, I'm going to show you how to manage allocations in CropEdge for the 2020 sales season. For this example, I'm logged in as a DM, Matt Dolch, and the first thing you'll see is your home screen where it asks you to select a reseller. Well, instead of doing that, we're going to select from the drop-down menu of the year and flip over to 2020 sales year, since that's the year we want to manage allocations for. I'm going to close the sold to reseller selection and make sure that our sales year has defaulted to 2020. Now that we see that has happened, we're going to go to the upper right corner and there's a drop down menu and you're going to select the admin feature from the drop down. Once you get to the admin feature, you're going to have one selection right in the middle, manage allocations, and that's what we're going to select. And for this allocation management tool, the first thing you'll have to do is select a product. And we'll start by selecting a corn crop, or the crop, which I'm going to select corn. And then we're going to have to do a variety name. So if I click on the search, I can see my full list of products from my catalog. Otherwise, I can enter all or part of a name of one of the products that I want to search for and click on search. Once I've found what I'm looking for, click on the hyperlink for the variety number, which is the hybrid, and then I'm going to go down to a material level because I want to know which treatment and pack size also that I'm dealing with. So I'm going to look at the paper bags for this particular product and click on the material. Now what you can see is I've got, as the DM level, I've got 3,000 that are allocated at my level. And that's what I've got to work with at the beginning of the year when you first enter CropEdge. Now, as the orders start coming on the system, your available quantity is going to start to reduce based on the consumption by the retailers. But since we're at the beginning of the year, my allocated at level and my available are matching, and I can see a list of all of my sales reps that are under me in the screen below. You can notice that you have one field that's editable, which is the distribute quantity field, and I'm going to go ahead and start distributing. So I'm going to give 500 of these to Aaron. I'm going to give 200 to Dustin, and I'm going to give 300 to Colin. So I'm going to distribute 1,000 units out of the 3,000 that I have at my level. And when I do that, I'm going to click Save. And what you're going to notice is that now my available quantity has gone down to 2,000 because you can see that the distributed quantity is now the 1,000 that I indicated in these columns. Everything else for all of the customers that are not listed under these three will be consumed off of my district pile, which is the 2,000. Now, if I wanted to take this a level lower to the sales rep level for Aaron specifically, there's a icon on the left under the allocate heading. And when I click on that, it's going to bring up Aaron's level. So now I can see that I'm looking at Aaron's retailers under him, and I can see that he's got 500 at his level, and 500 of those are available. So now I can take that down to the individual retailer level if I still want to do that, or I can leave it and let them all consume off of the territory level pile. In this case, I'll say I want to give 100 to Frontier, and I'm going to give 60 bags to Farmers, and then I can click on Save. Now, the other feature that you've got on this screen is the restrict consumption flag. If I wanted to allow Frontier to order 100 and then stop or cap them at 100, I would restrict consumption after the 100. Now, for Farmers, I'm going to make sure that they get at least 60, so I'm going to give them 60, but I'm not going to cap them. So I'm not going to check this box. That means that once they've consumed that 60, now they can go up and start consuming off of the top level, which is my territory level of 500. So it's just going to keep looking upwards until it finds available quantities, as opposed to Frontier will have to start placing back orders once they get to their 100. So I'm going to save that in the system. And the next thing I'll do as the DM level now, I'm at Aaron, and I want to go back up to my level as a DM. I'm going to click on the back button. You can see that brings me up to the district level, and my numbers should populate back to the way they were at the district level, which they do, 3,000, 2,000, and 1. The other thing that's available on this screen for you as a DM is a lockbox. So I can hide seed in here if I wanted to, let's say, grab some units for a retailer that, for instance, may be coming on to the system, but I haven't got all the paperwork in and they're not actually in CropEdge yet. I could put 200 away in a lockbox and save that. And that way it's available once they do come on CropEdge. You can see now that my available is 1,800 and I've got 200 in my lockbox. For whenever they do come on the system, I can release that back by taking this lockbox back down to 0, saving it, and now you'll see that that goes back in my available quantity. So that's how you can use the lockbox. If you have any questions about this process, please contact your customer account specialist.